So, good afternoon. I'm the reporting for today, Chapter 8, Problem 19. Okay, problem statement. Jane and Jim Smith are going to give a dinner party on a Friday evening at 7 p.m. Their two children, Jerry and Judy, are going to help them get ready. The Smiths will all get home from work and school at 4 o'clock p.m. Jane and Jim have developed a project network to help them schedule their dinner preparation. Following is a list of activities, the precedence, relationship, and the activity times involved in the project. So if you can see, this is the represent of table. They have the activity, activity description, activity procedure, and time estimate mean. Wait. So take a look to activity A to R and the predecessor 1 to 3. If you can see, A, B, C have no predecessor in 1 because there's no connected to activity A to B. And for letter D, is connected to predecessor letter C. And so on, predecessor 1 to 3 that connected to activity A to R. So now, we can proceed to computation, Jane and Jim Smith. So for the computation, activity A, the table have added like activity time, standard deviation, and variance. So first, we need to compute the activity time. For example, for letter A, we need to add a optimistic time, most likely time, and pessimistic time to get the activity time. Then the formula for this is here. The formula is E equals O plus 4 M plus P divided to 6. So the first example for activity letter A is 18 plus 4 times 25 plus 31 is 24.83. This is the total, 24.83, and so on. We need to compute the OBM, the estimated time mean, to get a activity time. And for standard deviation, the square root of the total standard deviation is 8.54. So, how did we get this? So, yung 180, ililess natin siya dun sa 160.83 is equal to get this, is to total this standard deviation for the square root of total. So, for the variance, the total of some critical variance, if you can see the yellow highlight is the critical act of variance. Then the total of critical variance is 72.84. And the total project result of activity time is 287.4. And then the Jane and Smith solution. Activity was presented again, which is the activity A to R. To get the project of 160.83, some mistakes. So the total of project of activity time is 72.84. To get this, if you can see, all the critical of variance was added to get the minutes of project, which is the 74.84 minutes. So yan, 74.84 the total of project. So to get the standard deviation naman po ng 8.84, to compute this is also the total added. So now we can proceed the early start, early finish, and activity time. To get the early start, we need to less the activity time and early finish. But if you can see the zero, the same if the same amount of activity time in early finish is it automatically zero. So the activity A and C is zero. And for example, for letter D, to compute this, the 40.70,000 is yung activity time na 30.83, ilales natin sa early finish na 71. So, makukuha natin ng early start to get this and so on. And for early finish, late start and late finish, the early finish of 24.83 is added to late started of 45.5 to get the 43.33 of late finish, and so on to add this. And then we can go back to second question. Develop a project network in determining the earliest and latest start and finishing activities, slack, and critical path. Compute the probability and they will be ready by 7 p.m. So, the 180 and 160 is we need to divide to 8.54 na total of standard deviation to get a 2.24. To get 180, yung 3 hours, 8 times natin siya sa 60 minutes, which is 180. And then, the probability that Jane and Jim, Jerry, and Judy will be ready for their dinner party at 7 p.m. when they start at the preparation of 18 activities at 4 p.m. is 98.75%. So the z-score of 2.24 corresponded of the probability of 0.4875 is 98.75%. And that's all. Thank you and God bless.